Hello everyone. Thanks for joining us at the bar. Don't forget to take care of your server, even if that happens to be you. Let's head over to the table to see what Bob, Jason, and Brian are up to today.
Good Lord, it's a little late on that one.
I noticed that. That's why I was laughing.
Yeah, I got sidetracked.
You're too full, aren't you?
We're thinking
No,
about that.
I'm not too full.
Yeah, I don't feel uncomfortable.
Nah, I feel all right. Wait at Louis. Had a hamburger.
I think she ate a quarter pound of my goddamn fries.
I still.
You think that girl did?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
back
It did
there
seem like a
stuffing
quarter
'em
pound
in
of
there.
fries, did it?
Yeah, either that or the Aztec was using some kind of ancient goddamn,
I would have ordered a double order of fries for that.
right?
We were in at Louis here, and Jason's in rare form today. There was a guy who was half drunk, just stopping everybody and talking to him.
High-fiving everybody in the goddamn bar and hollering and stuff. And then fucking fat-ass McSneezerson came in with his fucking wife, reeking of some horrid, cheap-ass goddamn perfume. She stunk.
Did she?
Yeah, and then he's over there, Achoo! Goddamn, they're busting my eardrums. I was like, you fucking lump of... Ugh. I was
That was
in a
our
mood.
trip to Louis.
Yeah. And then the manager...
Something like we got the crowd in there this afternoon that, just came back from the Cracker Barrel and was looking for a nightcap.
I guess
Yeah.
so. That's what it kind of looked like.
That
didn't
one old senile shuffling motherfucker, they were guiding in there. Yeah, he needed a night out at Louis.
Yeah, that guy, that drunk guy, said, "You got two ladies on your arm."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you doing all right?
And you'll be in bed without either of them by 7
Yeah.
p.m.
Yeah,
It's almost my bedtime.
right? He shit himself while he was standing there. Fucker. Yeah.
And our poor waitress.
She was really sweet.
Yeah, she was.
I was just being an asshole. I didn't know she was behind us. Because Brian made a comment or she said something like, I feel like you guys, usually order salads.
It's like, do we look like salad guys?
and then I wanted to say to her, you look like you should order a fucking salad.
We ordered salad to bait in the food.
Yeah. And I want, I'd never fucking been there. So I'm like, I don't know who the fuck you guys are. But anyway, and Brian's like, no, we ordered nachos. And he's like, well, we sat over there. And he said, I think you were a server last time. Said,
I don't remember seeing her.
But you had your hair up. And she's like, I cut my hair off. I had a lot more hair. And she goes into her fucking little story about all of her fucking hair that she got cut off. And I wanted to tell her, you're just delaying my goddamn dinner.
Yeah, she hadn't turned in the order yet.
Yeah. And Bob and I were talking about it out back a while ago, and it's like, you know what? Save that fucking story for after I drain my nuts in you. And if I'm still awake, you can tell the story, or if I'm not awake, I don't give a goddamn. And if MASH isn't on. Otherwise, shut the fuck up.
That's
Sweet little
hilarious.
girl.
Yeah, but it was just so funny because you're just sitting there just going away, and Bob was like,
She's
dude.
behind you.
She's behind you. I laughed so hard, dude. I seriously thought I was gonna pass out. I was like, oh,
That poor girl.
shit.
I don't know why I'm so surly today, but I am.
You're in rare form
And let me
today.
tell you, a day earlier this week, I was agitated.
Well, you said you had something to tell us about going to the doctor this afternoon.
Just real quick, he also on the way back here, he got mad at Kane's Chicken.
Fuck Raising Cane's.
Just for being Kane's Chicken, for no other
Yeah.
reason than their
Yeah.
existence.
One love. Yeah, you do one goddamn thing. Stop bragging about it like you fucking accomplished something. So's the fucking Jamaican guy that was mowing that quad out there that took 3 goddamn days when Bob and I went. He's doing one thing. Oh, one love.
Who's making a whole full-time job out of it.
Yeah.
Adam.
Love of not doing the job well. Fuck you, Canes. Fucking assholes with your goddamn sample-sized cup of coleslaw.
I know there's not a whole lot in
It's
there.
not even big enough to get a spoon in,
It's like-
just
yeah.
a slaw shooter.
Shooter.
Fucking assholes.
All right.
I don't know
Let's hear
why
about
I'm
this
so cranky.
doctor trip.
Okay, man. So I had a doctor's appointment today, and one of the things he wanted to do was some lab work. So he sends me back to the lab, and you check in on a little digital kiosk. There's some fucking motherfucker sitting there already who's a little bit older than me, and he's sitting there with 2 bottles of water and a goddamn sample cup. And he's got a mask on. We all have to have masks
He's in for
on.
a drug test, isn't he?
He was in for a UA. It turns out because I heard him talking about it, he was in there for a drug fucking UA. But
He couldn't go.
he was telling, well, I'm sitting there minding my own fucking business. And this motherfucker turns to me and says, yeah, I had to pee earlier, and so now I can't go, and all this other stuff. And he just starts talking. And he's like, I had liver cancer. I said, I'm sorry to hear that. He's like, oh, no, they gave me a transplant. I feel pretty good now. And then he starts in about how, I don't know why the doctor won't give you pain medication, enough to, what you need and all this other shit.
Uh-huh.
And he's just skipping around. And then he says, I was driving back from Dallas. I got doctors in Dallas, too. And I was driving back from Dallas. My brakes started grinding and stuff. He's like, you a mechanic? And I said, no. Yeah, I need to get my brakes done. And then...
Are you a mechanic?
Yeah, and he keeps talking, right? And then he's just out of the blue. And I'm just thinking, shut the fuck up. And then he starts talking about, yeah, I've been pretty lucky with women. I've had a lot of pretty women in my lifetime, He's sitting there, and I like them. I like them small, thin women. And he mentioned some girl's name and how she weighed 110 pounds and how they were on the fucking bus one time, and another woman told her how pretty she was,
And your third party don't give a fuck.
Well, and then he pulls down his goddamn mask, and he's got a goddamn gold grill. This motherfucker's like 60. He got a grill, and he says, "You see this scar on my chin?" I said, "Yeah, I didn't see a scar. I don't give a goddamn." And he's like, "Well, I lived in New Mexico. This gal I was with, she hit me in the chin with a big old heavy phone handle." And he's like, I was on the phone to another woman, and she hit me in the chin, and then she took off running, to get away from me and all that stuff.
And for you millennials, phones used to weigh something.
Yeah,
yes,
you could
exactly.
actually hurt somebody with the phone, unlike today.
And then he tells me, she ran away, and he's like, she came back though. He said, so I ended up having to take her to the hospital. He said, I ain't going to tell you what happened with that. I'm just saying I used to be that guy, man. And anyway, to the hospital, and he said, when I got her home, he said, I called her goddamn mama up and told her, you got 30 minutes to come and get this bitch or I'm going to shoot her. He's sitting there telling me all this, and he said, and I was that guy back in. He said, I done whooped her ass. And he just keeps talking. He's like, her mama came over about 20 minutes, get rid of her. And then he gets up decides to go try and pee, and he said, but, I'm not like that anymore. Now I'm a pastor.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
That went down.
That's crazy.
And so he finally pissed, and he comes out all excited about it. Yeah, I was able to pee. And I'm like,
go the fuck home.
I'm trying to be polite, but I'm thinking, what is it about me that crazy people look at me and think, there's somebody I'd like to talk to? It happens all the goddamn time. I used to wear overalls all the time, and I would get stopped in stores all the time. Can you tell me where such and such? Always some old fuck trying to ask me where something is. Yeah. I don't work at the goddamn store. I guess they thought, well, he looks trustworthy.
Yes.
There's
a good old boy.
Fuck that.
Yeah, there's a good old boy right there.
And so now, I'm not wearing overalls. I'm just wearing a pair of shorts and a T-shirt. Why do these crazy people come up to me and want to fucking talk to me? This sumbitch was out of the blue, and I looked, the lab door.
You've
the
got
labs.
a friendly face.
I guess so. I had a mask on. He can't tell what's going on underneath my fucking mask. And
you should have pulled your mask off and showed him your grill.
Yeah, no shit. I should have fucking asked him, do I have friendly eyes? Because they're not. You're mistaken.
Either that or you should tell him, I'm still that guy.
Yeah.
No shit.
No shit. Thinking about stealing your gold teeth, motherfucker. And I looked in the lab at one point. I'm just sitting there trying to stare ahead, and one of the women in there's just rolling her goddamn eyes like, ugh. I thought, who is this crazy? And then he's like, so I'm supposed to wait on these results, and they're like, no, you're not, because these get sent out.
Yeah.
It'll be about 3 days and stuff. So he just stands there staring in the lab
and
door.
If you pass, you'll get to keep your job.
Yeah, he just stands there staring, and then finally just walks off. And I thought, what? And that one he was talking about was so pretty. Man, she a pretty girl. She a pretty woman, man. He's like, but she got on that crack, and I realized she wasn't getting off of that shit, so I finally just moved to New Mexico without her. Yeah. I'm
he
like,
didn't move. He left. He told her he's going for a pack of smokes.
No shit.
Never came home.
It's like, whatever, motherfucker. You left because you owed a drug dealer money. Get the fuck out of here. So, he's in his 60s. He's had a goddamn kidney transplant, and he's in there for UA and then talking about pain medication with his big fucking grill. You a mechanic? Just like that. And I went,
Who was it, Suge Knight?
That motherfucker. I don't know what his deal was, but this is what happens to me all the fucking time. Is crazy people want to come up and talk to me.
You know, I get that sometimes. No, you know what? People come to me when they, like, you know, you're at a shopping store. Hey, you got $1 you can spare?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get them every fucking time.
Yeah.
I'm like,
no,
no.
I ain't got no goddamn dollar.
Yeah, it's like,
You,
no,
should, you
sorry,
should tell
no
him,
money.
ask the pizza delivery guy.
Yeah, ask him.
I
He'll
gave
let
him my
you know.
last 2.
Yeah.
I'll give him my last two.
Ordered $40 worth of pizza and gave him $2.
$2.
So he finally left and he got the hell out of there, and then everything calmed down.
Yeah, he got out of there
Okay,
and
so
fucking left.
So
And then,
did any of the lab techs or anything give you a story on him or
nope, they
anything?
never said a fucking word.
No.
You know, they just,
They were all happy to see him leave.
yeah, I think so. And then some
People
old,
like that love to hear themselves talk.
and some old decrepit bitch came stumble fucking back there, you know, to get her blood drawn or something. And, you know, she's over there rattling away, but she wasn't rattling to me, which was fine,
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
you know? So,
that's good.
yeah. And I like my doctor, like the doctor's office, all that shit. But when I came in and checked in, I sat at the far end of the fucking waiting room, all over there in a corner by myself because I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to hear about your goddamn disease. I don't want you over there hacking and coughing on me. I don't want you anywhere
Like the guy
near
behind
me.
you at Louis.
Yeah, that's sneezing fucking fat ass McSneezerson.
Oh,
That's you!
he pissed you off so bad.
Oh, goddamn.
You know, real quick, you want to hear something funny that happened to the wife today?
Yeah.
She was doing some research on another incident that freaked her out. She was looking up photos of ass cancer.
Not colon cancer?
Ass cancer. What the fuck is ass cancer?
Well, I guess it'd be like colon cancer.
Yeah.
Okay, but people call it
Colorectal
ass
cancer.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she was curious about it, so she was looking that stuff up. She's like, oh, okay. Well, she's at work today, and she's showing somebody something on her phone. And she goes, oh, yeah, hang on, let me go back a page. And there's all these pictures of all these cancer asses on there. And she was like, oh, my God. And the lady was like, oh, Annie, what's going on with your phone? She goes, no, you got to listen. She had to explain everything to her.
Oh, my God.
That'd be
That's a
embarrassing
good
as
one.
shit.
I'm going to use that in the future whenever I get caught with porn pics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
looking at
up
cancer. Looking up porn star cancer. Stripper cancer. Wow.
And this is funny. You're gonna crack up. Okay, you know about that little Toyota Corolla, right?
Right.
I was heading home last night, and I'm heading down 10th Street in the left-hand lane. All of a sudden, this car sucks up on me, on the
Right.
side of me, and he's just following me, and I'm like, "What the hell's going on?" I look
He
over.
wasn't following you.
No, he. If I sped up, he sped up. If I slowed down, he slowed down. So I kind of look over and I realize it's nobody that I know. I'm like, fuck, man, I'm over here on 10th Street and out in the middle of nowhere. Someone's going to shoot my ass. Well, all of a sudden he starts leaping his car forward and he stops and leaps
He
forward.
wants to
race.
He wants to race. And I'm looking at him going, dude, you realize this is a Toyota Corolla.
Yeah.
And you don't have a fart can muffler on
Yeah,
it.
I
So
don't
you,
have
Right.
that.
you hadn't been to the tuning shop yet.
Yeah. So what did I do? I just floored it and we raced all the way down 10th Street.
What are you, 18?
It was funny. I loved it. It was actually thrilling and fun. I lost, of
What
course.
was he in?
I don't know what the fuck it was, but it had some power on it. But I held for about, I don't know, half a second, 2 seconds, maybe. I don't know.
Right.
But anyways, and so he gets ahead of me, and all of a sudden he stops again.
Yeah.
And I finally catch up with him. a
He's
little
wanting to show off so bad.
bit. Yeah,
It
and so
just
he's sitting
pisses
there jumping
me
and
off.
jumping. Finally, I just rolled down the window. I said, dude, you got me. And he started laughing. Hey, man, have a good day. And he drove away. And I was like,
See,
all
when
right.
people do that, it makes me want to yank my wheel into their vehicle.
Right.
Because I'm counting on that I have better insurance than them, than those young fucking kids. I've become just the crankiest of old men.
It was actually, I enjoyed every second of it. It was fun. It
Well,
was,
you know,
it
at
was-
least you had fun
how
and you
often
were
do do
good-natured
that?
about it,
Like,
right?
How often do you do that? You know?
So the other day I was thinking about, do you guys have tire problems like we used to have when we were teenagers?
No.
I've never had tire problems.
I haven't had a flat in years.
Well, you know, back in my teens and early 20s, I would occasionally have a flat tire.
Right.
I haven't had a flat tire, and I can't remember when.
Yeah, I can't
And
remember
it's
when.
been so long that it would actually surprise me now if it actually happened. Back
Yeah.
in the day, I was, halfway expecting it on a regular basis. But
And
I don't
the
even
last
have a
10
fucking
years,
spare
I've
in
had
my
2
truck.
flats.
Really?
Yeah, 2 flats in the last 10 years.
Well, you're out there racing and shit.
Right.
Now I got to be careful
Young
about
buck.
that.
you with the
yeah.
cool kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get me some nitrous on there.
Right.
So I
You
can
know-
blow it up in the first run.
But, that's the same way with light bulbs these days. Yeah, I put LEDs in my house
Yeah.
about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't changed a light bulb.
No,
You,
me
you
neither.
bought some good light bulbs in because
Well,
the
they're
fuckers still go out.
They're the ones that are like supposed to last for 21 years. The Sylvania.
The problem is that there's nothing wrong with the LEDs on the cheap ones, like the Walmart brand.
Yeah.
It's the starters that are bad in it. It's
just a cheap.
they don't have the good electronics on it,
Yeah.
like the better fucking quality bulbs. But other than that, those LEDs will still work and work well.
Yeah.
So eventually, okay. So the bulbs outside my house, the lighting around my house, I leave it on 24/7. I haven't turned it off in years now.
Well, whenever I first priced the LEDs, I was walking around every room. I had a notepad, and I was looking at the type of bulbs, whether they were the candelabra base or
Right.
the regular ones, or whether the floods or
Yeah.
everything. I added everything up, and I went and priced LED bulbs, and it was going to cost me over $5,000 for
Yeah,
for light bulbs. I was like, yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah, you'd probably
And
never see
then,
your money back.
I guess it was probably a year, maybe 2 years later, the price had dropped significantly. And for whatever reason, our electric company made some kind of subsidy.
You bet.
So you could get the good LED bulbs for about $2 a piece.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I replaced every bulb in this oven. The only bulb that in this house that's not an LED is inside my oven. And I didn't figure what the point would be of that.
Yeah, exactly. I bought, I don't know if you've ever seen them. They sell them at Walmart. They're called Mercury. Those ones that you can hook to your Wi-Fi and you can change the colors on them. And do
Like
different shit
the
with them.
Philips color changing bulbs.
Yeah, I bought 3 of those and put them on my house, and mine go off. Come on at a certain time, go off a certain time. During Christmas, they turn into Christmas lights. During, Thanksgiving, they turn like brown and orange or whatever. And so I just do shit like that. And I've had those things in there going on 3 years now, and I've never had a problem with. But they were like $8 a piece, which is still not bad.
No, it's not bad. Not really.
Well, I've got this company that keeps calling me every few months, wanting me to do the permanent lighting on the outside of my house for like Christmas time and stuff. Have you guys got those phone calls?
Heard about that.
No.
Yeah, they'll come out and they'll actually run LEDs, all around your house, and it comes with a remote. And for Christmas time, you can turn them red and green or blue, or in other times of the year, if you want to light them up red for Valentine's Day or green for St. Patty's Day, or
Or maybe
whatever.
open a Mexican restaurant.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No shit.
So I've been kind of thinking about doing it. I've been putting them off because for the last year I haven't had gutters on the house because 2 hailstorms, 2 new roofs, 2 new sets of
I cannot
gutters.
believe you've had to do that twice.
Yeah.
That's crazy, and that doesn't happen very often.
No, and here we are in April again. And I'm waiting for the next hailstorm to come through.
Yeah, no shit.
I don't like my neighbors or people that much to put up lights anymore.
Yeah.
I do it for the kids.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you got to when you got kids.
Right.
you know?
Now, one thing that I I will not climb all over the fucking house putting up lights. I'll do the yard. I'll do around here. I'll
Just
do the
throw
door.
a wadded up handful at them at a
Yeah.
hedge.
Do like I did. Get that damn thing that's a spotlight that sits out in the middle of your
I've
yard.
got one of those.
And shoots all sparkly lights and shit on the house.
Have y'all seen the one where you send off? You use some software. It comes from Microsoft. It's free. It maps your house, and they
No.
send it. You send it to this company, and they design. You can like in Halloween, they'll put the Ghostbuster theme in it, and you use it off a projector, and it looks like Ghostbusters is going on at your house. It is a trip.
Yeah.
You should look that up. It is
That's
really
pretty
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, I don't know how much it costs, but a lot of people do it. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, I've used the whatever company it is, something FX. That you use the CD, and or you can do it digitally. Whatever. I use a memory stick now, but you can either do it on your TV. And it looked like a frame, with a picture that moves or something
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Or you can do the 3D hologram thing.
Those
And
are
you
neat.
got to have you buy the right material, which I bought and staked it out. And if you look at it from the street, it looks like it's floating in midair, these banshees and shit.
Oh, wow.
And then one year I did in the bedroom where you take a bed sheet and cover the window, and it projects this shadow onto the thing, and it was a zombie attack. And you can see the guy getting attacked by zombies and then
Oh,
ripping
that's
his
a
entrails
trip.
out.
I didn't know that.
Oh, fuck yeah. It's really, really cool.
Is that expensive?
No,
So is
no,
that-
it's
is
about
that like
45,
the-
$50.
Is that like the view from outside your house looking in?
Yes.
So
No, that's pretty cool.
Yes.
So why don't you reprogram that to be like 2 people fucking?
No, right? A stripper
That would
pole.
be hilarious.
Yeah. And they've got different holidays and stuff. They got Christmas and
Imagine
all
the
that
phone
other
calls
stuff.
you would get.
Oh, my
Or the
God.
knocks on the door.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
That's offensive.
That's so offensive.
You know what? Your fucking face is offensive.
Either that or looking like some guy's getting sucked off in the bedroom, but make it look like he's got a 14-inch dick.
I really don't want. Really don't want to end up on the sexual offender list for a
Oh,
prank.
shit.
But,
Yeah, I know. That would be awful.
But yeah, these banshees hover, and it has sound with it, so you broadcast it on like a Bluetooth speaker. But there's, it's like this banshee just flying around, and all of a sudden, it's just drifting through the air, and it looks over at you, and then acts shocked that it saw you, and poof, disappears in thin air.
Oh, man,
and
I
when
gotta
you've got-
see that.
When
You do
you've
that
got
every
it,
year?
and I don't know if I've got any video on my phone of it, but
Okay.
but yeah, when you do it out in the middle of the yard on this screen, you do it just right. It's perfect. You got to get your projector set just right so that your projector's not, you can't see the light of it. But if you do it right, holy shit, it's good.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, you'll have to invite me over the next time you do this for Halloween. I want to check
Yeah.
this out.
Hell yeah, it's very cool.
That sounds cool.
Very cool. I'm usually not that motivated to do it, but I'd seen it before.
Well,
and I thought,
that actually sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Setting that up. So,
Okay, so
go ahead.
I was gonna say we've hit the part of the year where we need heaters at night, air conditioning in the daytime.
Oh shit! I feel like we're in
that's true.
like Vegas or something.
Well,
Vegas.
I'm protesting right now. I'm not turning on my air conditioner.
Yeah, I can tell it's hot here, you cheap bastard.
It's
not-
like 70 degrees.
It's
I
not
know.
hot.
It's not bad. I'm messing
I mean,
with you.
yeah.
But it's supposed to be like 88 today, but then for the next 5 days, it's supposed to only be like 70.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain all weekend, I think.
It's supposed to drop down like 40 at night.
Yeah.
So I'm doing the thing where every morning or at night, I open up my window, turn on the box fan, suck cool air into the house all night.
Yeah.
And then in the morning, whenever it starts warming up, shut the window, turn off the fan, and hope that rides out through the day.
I keep my patio doors open, for the dogs, and to come in and out and all that stuff during the day, and so
And the bugs.
Yeah, and I've got one of those screens, the magnetic screens, and that has the magnets that
Yeah, I've
part-
got one. I just haven't had to put it up because I bought it 3 days before the April hailstorm last year.
Right.
And they're supposed to replace my whole door, and I didn't want to put that up and then have to take it down and put it up again
Right.
for a new door because I thought that I was going to have a new door within a few weeks.
right.
Still
You
ain't
know
got
what?
it?
It works very well.
I
But
think my dad's got one of those in his house. Yeah.
so I keep the door open, and then when it gets dark and everything, then it cools off, and the house is kind of cool, and then I finally shut it up, and then even if it gets too cold at night, I haven't been turning on the heat. I'll turn it down, real low, so if
Yeah.
it gets cold enough. But I'm usually not cold. I sleep with 2 fucking beagles,
No kidding.
so
There's,
they're warm.
There's a guy that I know that was over his house the other day, me and the wife, and out on the back patio, he's got those, how you can get those, automated drapes that go up and down. Well, he's
Yeah.
got
Oh,
them out
yeah.
on his patio where each side goes down. He's got a remote to them. That was the coolest fucking thing I've seen in a long time. He said, it's weird. He said, you don't get a whole lot of wind pull through here. But he said, you open it up and then the draft comes in, but it's all shaded and all that, all because of it. I've never seen one before. I thought it was pretty neat.
Fuck him.
Oh, okay. Now you all know that we've talked about my wife started a business cleaning service, right, for homes and businesses and stuff.
You're gonna have to buy an advertising spot.
Absolutely. and we're not giving a 15% off discount
No.
for that
God
shit.
dang
If you
it.
enter at the bar 15 on her website, it charges you an additional 15%.
I went with her on the first clean, right, and
She's already got you put you to work.
yeah, she already has.
She made you just do the toilets and stuff.
No, actually, I cleaned the entire kitchen, and that kitchen
Oh,
looked awesome.
fuck
Time I was
that.
done. Yeah. Well, she said you're good with kitchens. You go do that. I'll take care of the rest. So I went and took care of the kitchen. Anyways, it almost turned into a disaster.
What'd you do?
Yeah, what I did. That's true. They were fixing to show up. They were on their way back, and she said, "Hey, go sweep the front porch," because that's what we do as part of our thing, sweep out the front porch. So they got these huge, big vases sitting out there, right? One on each side by the front door.
And they look heavy, but they're not.
Yeah, they're not that heavy or whatever. But I moved one, got all the leaves out, put it back. I go to the other one, I move it out, and I set it off to the side. And I'm sweeping. All of a sudden, a gust of wind comes swirling through, and she looks over, and that vase starts tilting, and all of a sudden, it starts doing this rotating. I didn't know it was going on, right? And I just took one step back, and it rotated and hit me and fell over and broke. I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, no.
And so she's like, let me handle it when they get here. I said, okay, whatever. So they walk up to the porch. She comes walking out. She goes, hey, we had a problem. I'm really sorry. I'm going to let you know that today was free,
Yeah.
and we're going to pay for your pottery over there. And the lady looks over, and she goes, no, we're paying, and don't worry about that. It's not a big deal. She goes, those things are replaceable. You're getting your money, and that's all there is to it. And we was like, huh? And she goes, yeah, don't worry about it. I said, well, hey, I'll find some glue and I'll get it fixed. She goes, fine. Get some glue and fix it. We're fine.
I'd have shattered the other pot just to celebrate.
Match it.
So
Yeah.
I almost wanted to hug her, but no, they're a great couple, and we had it was really nice of them. And then they gave us a tip. And then on the way home,
Yeah, don't break our shit next time. There's your tip.
but we got a tip. They were really nice. So we're on our way home, and she ends up message saying, "Hey, do y'all have Cash App?" And she's like, "No, not right now. I've got to get that." So she goes, "Oh, I was going to send you some more money. This house looks so great. I wanted to give you another tip."
And at that point, you say, "Give me 5 minutes. I'll have a Cash App." I can't.
Yeah. She told her, she said, "Look, that money you just got us, we just stopped by Arby's and got something to eat. We're perfectly fine, but thank you." And she goes, "Well, okay."
I'd have said, you know what? You could just, get a membership to my wife's OnlyFans account. And see if they ever call you back after that.
No, that ain't gonna work. No, but they were really nice ladies. I mean, a really nice lady and her husband, cool people. Anyways, that's pretty much what happened to me this week. Besides dealing with the new dog.
What new dog?
Did I show you last week the picture of the new dog?
No, that wasn't the one that was barking, was it?
He's got a new dog that his wife found at the kennel.
How could you say no to that?
You don't go to the fucking kennel. That's how you say no to
That
that.
little bitty thing.
I know. Look at him.
Yeah.
How's he doing?
He's doing good. And what's so fun, when you pick him up, he wraps his arms, his little paws around you and hugs you and holds on tight and stares at you.
Right?
Real loving, real mellow, calm, likes to play.
Hold him down there by your dick next time.
Well, what's funny is we were going to name him Whiskey.
Yeah, I seem to remember you
all
saying
right,
something.
so we did
yeah.
talk about this.
Yeah, okay.
and then
He ended
she
up naming him Chachi because that's what he
No, we ended up naming him Chico
Chico.
because apparently that's his real
That's
name.
what he answers to. That's
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
I totally just blew off your story last week. Obviously,
so.
just like deleted.
So
Great story, Brian.
last
Thanks.
week when you were here, we were talking about the Orchard Mason bees,
Yeah,
and I ended up buying a little bee house,
right?
and I've got an Orchard Mason bee house now mounted outside that is totally empty. They have totally
They're
ignored
not
it.
using, yeah.
No.
Yeah, I saw that. Looks pretty empty.
Yeah, we might have missed the window there for it, you know, so it's just sitting there vacant and
Hey,
shit.
just turn on some sexy music, put a little lights going on in there. They
yeah,
might show up.
little sign that says hot bee action on it or whatever. See if they come in for that, you know?
Little neon,
Yeah, you never
Right.
know, man.
free HBO.
Yeah.
Do you remember when those shitty motels back in the day would advertise the most stupid things as,
Yeah.
you know, they're touting that as what they have, and it's like, yeah, everybody else in town you can get that. It's like,
Get a fridge.
yeah,
Got
whatever-
one.
okay, never ever stay at any place that says clean sheets.
Yeah. No
if you,
shit.
If you can't just bank on that whenever
Yeah.
you're going in,
Yeah.
One
Yeah,
time I
hey.
stayed at one. Me and some buddies were dove hunting, and we stayed at one, and it was the American Hotel or
Right,
something.
right.
And most definitely, this motherfucker was from Bangalore, and it smelled like fucking curry and vomit, in the office. And anyway, the sign was all fucked up, and then free HBO, and it was supposed to say affordable rates, but the ES was missing off of it, so it just said affordable rat. I got a picture of it somewhere, and I was like, boy, how appropriate, because
Yeah,
this
keep that
hotel
up.
was a piece of shit, or motel rather.
that sounds like our Fort Parker motel story from down in Texas. I ran across pictures from that the other day. It popped up in my, I've got photos stored out in the cloud, and every once in a while I get a thing. Your memories from this date back in, I'm like, holy shit,
Yeah.
there's the Fort Parker motel.
And me and my old hunting buddy stayed at a fucking motel one time that was so fucking bad in Lawton. It literally had, it had been the door had been stabbed through with a goddamn
Are
knife.
you serious?
I'm not lying. Somebody had stabbed through the fucking door. You could see daylight through the fucking door. They didn't even tape it over it or nothing. It was just that bad. We're talking like hourly rates bad, And so,
hourly
it
rates.
just so bad that you bring your own goddamn bedding and put it on top of the bedding. You don't want to lay on
Yeah,
it.
that's the kind of room you don't take off your shoes.
Yeah. Yeah, I went to one in Hot Springs, the bad part of Hot Springs, and found a fucking retainer in a drawer, and found a used diaper in another drawer, and found a Coke can that had been, formed into a damn, pipe to smoke dope out.
It's like, great cleaning. Great job.
Yeah, I went back and demanded my fucking money back. Oh, no, you're fine. I told him, fuck yourself. Fucking slung the key at him, pitched a fit. I'll call the fucking cops, just all kinds of shit. And finally, yeah.
I know it's amazing how they don't want to give your money back. They'll raise hell with you.
Well, you know what? If you're smart, you go to a motel or hotel either way and ask to see a room before you commit.
Right.
If they don't want to show you a fucking room,
You ain't doing it.
then don't go.
I hadn't had to do that in years, but
Well, you're staying in better places, But our trip, at Dallas, we probably should have asked,
No shit.
We had to go find out, each room. Well, try this one. This one's clean. No, they're remodeling it.
yeah.
And my daughter and I, she got out of the Army.
Bad management.
Oh, yeah. So, well, this wasn't the girl's fault at the desk on the Dallas story, but coming back from Seattle, or Tacoma, rather, when my daughter got out of the Army, we stopped somewhere in Oregon, chain fucking hotel. And we get a room, and we go to the room, and the toilet's running, just running constantly. You know, we just get in, put the bags down. I'm checking the room over, and I thought, well, what the hell? You know, I know what I'm doing. So I just lift the top of the tank off because I figured the flapper valve is, you know, not seating well or something. Lift the top of the tank out. No, it's not seating well because there's a syringe stuck in there. Oh, God. So I said, okay, come on, grab your bags. So we go back downstairs, and I explained to them. I said, there's a goddamn syringe in the toilet, and the toilet's just running. Oh, my God. I said, yeah, what makes you think I want to look at the rest of the room? I said, we'll just take our money back. And the girl didn't even argue. She just refunded our money.
Oh, hell yeah.
And we found a, you know, better
Well,
hotel.
I told you about that time in Ohio when I rented that room where we stepped out there and it smelled like nothing but pot all the way down the hallway, and a little baby come walking by in his diaper.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember we called down, we told the lady what was going on.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden somebody from that floor started knocking on our door.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck that, I ain't opening that door. And he's all staring into the glass, trying to look in there so if he could see anything. It's like, God dang, man. What the fuck? But I was like, we're just going to stay in here all night, let them party it out, and we'll leave in the morning.
Yeah.
I didn't have no gun or anything on me. I was like, I ain't taking no chances on that bullshit.
Well, one of the most miserable trips I ever had, I was working at a data center down in Dallas, Texas. And I was actually working in the data center. It wasn't like an office outside of it. So I'm standing at the server rack, and they've got satellite clocks in this data center to keep the time synchronized on all the servers. It's eye level with me as I'm working, and I'm watching every second of my life tick by.
Yeah.
And it's spinning the hundredths of a second, and it's a digital, and you know, tick, 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 you know, and it's just a miserable day because whenever you're looking, it's literally looking at a clock all day.
Yeah.
That sucks.
And I'd been there all week long, and it was Friday, and I was coming home, and I ended up working so late that night, finishing up, so I didn't have to stay over the weekend, that I didn't get on the road till after midnight. And about the time I got up to North Texas, I was just beat. I knew right then there wasn't any way I was going to make it home. I had still had at least another hour and a half on the road. I wasn't going to make it. There was a little motel off to the side, one of those little, you know, probably used to be part of a chain, but then went independent.
Yeah. We could do better.
So I stumble in there, and I go to sleep. And I don't even look at the room. I mean, I don't even know if I got my bags out of the car. I think I just grabbed a key, walked in, laid down on the bed, and crashed. I was that beat.
Right.
So I wake up in the morning and looking around. There's like a biker's do-rag sitting right there at the edge of the bed. And I was going,
Just you start checking your ass?
no, I didn't. But I was like, okay, that's the weirdest thing I think I've ever found left over.
Yeah.
In the room, and so.
Yeah, let me tell you, man.
Some guy standing over, you gonna get him?
These motels are nasty.
And, okay, that place was $40 max.
Yeah.
You know, that was a $40 room max. That was the one that whenever I turned in my expense report, they had a problem with.
No shit.
Yeah. And I was like, I was dead tired. I had worked all day. In fact, I'd put in about a 12-hour day.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm not making it home. So y'all are either going to pay this or we're going to, you know, have a problem.
No shit.
That's stupid. We're gonna have a problem where you stay. That's like, oh, so I should have stayed at the Hilton. We've been okay with that.
No, they were like, you know, well,
disappointed you stayed somewhere.
Right? Yeah, I should have just came on home.
So I stayed in one in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Don't go to Lake Charles, Louisiana.
No, I know exactly where. Over the river.
Yep.
Right? Yep.
And it was, and it wasn't at one of the casinos, but it was right nearby, and it was so nasty. So I had a camper shell on my pickup, and I ended up spending some time on beaches and shit like that, just sleeping in the back of my truck. It was mild, but it had been rainy and cold. I was exhausted, so I stopped and got a motel. And I had a blow-up air mattress that I used in my truck later on, but that room was so filthy. It was after the hurricane, all that other stuff, you know.
Yeah.
It was so disgusting and nasty that I ended up blowing up the air mattress and putting it on top of the fucking bed. I went to the office and got extra fucking towels so I could lay them down in the tub to stand on.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you get your money back, or did you?
No,
raise
I was
it?
just exhausted. I was
Oh,
like,
you're
give me some
like,
extra
fuck it.
towels.
You'll do some shit when you're exhausted
Yeah.
that you won't do
Yeah.
any other time.
Yeah, I was beat.
I've learned over time, shitty ones that what I will usually do, I will go to the bathroom first
Yeah.
and pull back the shower curtain. If you can see the spot where the hot spoon had been sitting,
Yeah, no
or
shit.
the hot needle left a little mark in
Yeah.
the tub, then you know where you're at.
You should always pull the mattress back. Stuff. Look for bed bugs.
Oh, we always do that.
Things
Apparently,
like that.
bed bugs have gotten bad like everywhere.
Yeah, they're
Okay,
there's
doesn't
been a
matter.
Where were
resurgence.
bed bugs when we were growing up? Because I didn't ever.
There's been a
know.
resurgence of bed bugs in the last decade or so.
Where they been?
Well, I don't know. Duluth.
I mean, I don't ever remember hearing about them until I was well into adulthood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. I don't. Ever
Yeah, I
remember
mean
hearing about
that was like 18th and 19th century shit. Bed bugs. But no, I mean there's just been a resurgence. Apparently, it's a cyclic thing, and they've gotten out of hand. They've become resistant to pesticides and the things that have happened. So they're a true success story.
Yeah, I think our thing was what, lice. I remember they're always checking kids for lice.
Oh,
Lice
yeah.
was always
That's still a big thing.
Yeah,
Is it?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Fucking.
Well, you throw 40 kids into a classroom and put 40 coats in a coat closet.
Yeah.
Something's
and,
gonna happen.
and the little nasty bastard that's got lice and now
Yeah,
is
everyone's
transferred to
got
everybody.
lice. Yeah. No shit, man. And yeah, the bed bugs are. You don't want to bring the motherfuckers home.
No.
And we had
You have to pay for the treatment and shit.
we used to, my old house where I lived, the neighbors next door were very, very fucking nasty. The lady came over one day because her dad had died and the house was left to her. Do you know a good exterminator? And I was like, they're in the phone book. Oh, well, in my garage, there's a nest of roaches, and like a big one. And I'm like,
Ew.
oh, that's where, because we started seeing roaches in our house.
Yeah, let me tell you what. If your neighbor has, if they're going to get exterminated or something, then it's a nasty fucking place. Get yours done first.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That
To keep them from running to your
Well, we
goddamn
ended up
house.
having it done, but I remember.
In fact, if I was an exterminator, if I got a bid on a house,
Yeah.
I would go to every neighbor and say, "Hey,
Yeah.
we just exterminated this place. Do you want us to do yours so that I won't run across?"
Yeah.
yeah.
That would be my calling card.
I mean, that's
No
how
shit.
bad they were. And so we got ours sprayed. But I remember one day, the guy that lived there, he smart guy. He could have had any job. I mean, he designed things, made things. He's just too lazy to work. But me and him kind of became friends. He was cool and stuff. Well, he brought his kid over one day.
Right.
And they were sitting there just talking to us. And Annie's talking to him. And she looks down at one of the kid's shoes. It's got a hole in it. A cockroach sticks his head out this kid's shoe.
Jesus.
And
a
she's
threat.
like, holy shit. And then so she made up something where they had to leave.
Yeah.
So they left. She goes, they're not allowed back in here. And she told me what happened. And then the next day, the exact place where they were sitting, she's sitting there watching TV and she looks over and she looks down and she's like, the fuck is that? And she grabs it and she puts it underneath the phone, takes a picture of it. She stared at it. She starts getting online and looking. They had left a bed bug. And apparently it had been there for like a day or so, sitting on our couch.
Waiting on you.
Yes, and so, but she said by the she kept studying and reading on it. By the way, its condition, it was starving to death at the moment apparently, and so she looked all over that couch, dug everywhere, and she goes, "They're not allowed back in this house."
Nah.
Yeah, she's like, that could have easily just took rampage on it.
And motherfuckers be like, "Oh, those are just water bugs."
Yeah.
No, those are cockroaches.
Yeah.
Shit. Fucking people.
And he actually lived up in the attic where this house, where he lived in the attic of it. They had a little loft area, and he'd crawl up there and sleep. The guy did. Well, after they all moved out, and the guy that was rebuilding the house, he goes, who lived here? And I told him, and he goes, man, there's some nasty motherfuckers. And really, he said, there is a bucket up there in that loft. He said, I guess someone slept up there. And I said, yeah, he did. It's just full of shit, like actual human shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes,
Too lazy to go to the
yeah,
bathroom.
he goes, I don't know how to get this down. There's no handle. I can't do anything with it. He said, I'm not for sure. So it took him several hours, and he finally figured out a way to get that down where he didn't have to mess with it.
On a triple trash bag, that
Yeah,
nasty
yeah, yeah, yeah.
motherfucker.
And that's probably what he ended up doing, but he was just like lost going, oh my God, I do not want to do
Yeah.
this. It was so gross.
That's fucking nasty.
Which brings us to our next topic. Happy Easter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, happy Easter.
Did you know that crows like Easter eggs? one time when the girls were little, we were going to do an Easter egg hunt, and we'd come out, we'd hidden eggs just in time to see this fat ass crow running off. He had apparently just drilled a hole through this egg with his beak, and he had the top part of his beak through, the hole in the bottom of his beak holding the egg, and this fat ass crow was struggling to fly away with a whole ass fucking egg in his mouth. This big pink fucking egg. We're like, hey, God damn it! The crows were all
I
over
grabbed
them.
another one and started hurling it
Right?
at him.
Them crows were all over them fucking eggs, man.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I didn't either.
Well, I remember one time when I was a kid, Mom and Dad hid like 24 eggs. We came back with 25.
Yeah.
We found one from the year before that nobody had found the year before.
That's also where they plastic eggs, I'm guessing.
No.
I don't know. God damn.
No, that was a hard-boiled egg. I don't know how it managed.
Did y'all break it open?
I don't remember what happened with it.
Oh man, because rotten eggs are the worst.
You know what?
smell
That's creepy
ever.
as fuck. Though somebody puts out some extra eggs. Okay, I've hidden 24 eggs, and now there's 3 dozen out there.
Yeah.
Bob and I were out back talking about dunking her fucking nuts in the Easter egg coloring and putting some little,
Laying out in a grassy field waiting.
yeah,
Just to go taking a nap somewhere Sunday morning.
right. Just put some little duck stickers on there, or maybe one of those little Charlie Brown shirt squiggly stripes or
That
whatever.
would be a very quick way to end up on the list.
right.
What? I was just having a
Mom, look, 2 eggs.
Well, I've heard if you take a silk tie and wrap it around an egg, that you can dye it real funky colors with the silk tie patterns and stuff.
Yeah.
What if they're working a nut sack?
No shit, right? I think nutsacks are kind of like silly putty. You just press them onto a newspaper, pull it off, and the news. Look, the family circus.
What's that one? You just call them bat wings.
Right?
Lay in the tub and they flatten out.
You stretch them out like fucking. So what you do is you stretch them out over, you hook them on the corner of a fucking coffee table and lean back to stretch it out flat. That way you can take a small torch and just burn the hair off of them.
That's
You
hilarious.
see the veins and shit through it. It looks like a bat wing.
So you got a crab boil going on for Easter.
Yes, we do. Yeah,
Wow.
We have a crab boil. Yeah.
All right.
Fuck that. That
So-
sounds a lot better than my plans.
So
You're welcome to come over.
Man, no, I got to go to Mom's.
So what's all on the menu? You got crab?
It'll be crab, sausage, corn, potatoes, and shrimp, probably.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, so that's what we normally do.
Yeah, and I'm bringing a carrot cake.
Sweet carrot cake.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of, now that reminded me of a story that happened a few days ago. Okay, my oldest daughter has really gotten into Friends, the show.
Yeah.
She thinks that's the best damn thing ever, and she loves it. And she's been just binge watching.
Well,
it.
they got paid like $1.5 million an episode each, so I think
Yeah.
it was probably one of the best shows ever. So.
So we were at Walmart the other day picking up a few things, and Annie looks over and she sees some pajamas that have all the Friends on there, all the Friend characters on it, their faces or whatever. Well, on the back, on the butt, is Joey's face, and that's her favorite character. Annie,
How you doing?
Annie immediately looks at her and says, "Please do not ever say I'm going to sit on Joey's face."
That's brutal.
I know. She goes, "Oh, I won't, Mom. Don't worry about it." She goes, "Please don't ever say that."
Man, she should have made the suggestion, right? She's going to tell her friends, I sit on Joey's face every night.
Shit.
Good God.
That's awesome. Okay,
How
so-
did we get from fucking dyeing our nuts
Yeah.
Easter egg colors to
It just popped in
Joey
my
from
head.
Friends?
Well, I want to go back to Easter because there's a couple of things. Did you guys ever go by a rule earlier in life that you didn't mow your lawn before Easter, so the grass would be tall enough to hide eggs in?
Never did that.
No. Okay.
Did you?
Maybe. Yeah, but I was just a lazy bastard. It was like just an excuse to put off mowing the lawn.
My family didn't give a shit enough about us kids to care about that. We'll hide them over there on that pavement.
Put them right there behind that tire.
Uncolored fucking raw ass eggs.
they're in the gutter downspouts.
Yeah, exactly.
The car exhaust part.
Right.
I didn't think we was going to be doing eggs this year, is hiding them, but the youngest one still wants to do it. So
So
Y'all gonna do the plastic eggs or real eggs?
both.
No shit.
So the whole reason for Easter is the whole resurrection thing and everything. I got to thinking about this, and I probably shouldn't have. But
Oh God, me get my
but-
button ready.
but
Okay, go ahead.
I'm kind of glad that they nailed Jesus to the cross,
Oh my God.
because if they'd have hung him, then everybody would be walking around with little nooses around their necks, and
Instead of crucifixes.
and they'd have like all the churches have had nooses hanging out in front of them and stuff, and that probably wouldn't be real politically correct today.
Right?
Yeah.
No, and then they wouldn't have lynched, black people. They would have crucified them.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been backwards then.
I don't know. That looked like it took some effort. It doesn't think.
It does.
You'd have to do more than like throw a rope over a tree. You'd actually have to. There'd have to be some planning.
Well, if
in
the
that.
KKK, if it would have gone the other way, the KKK wouldn't need to light crosses. They could have just lit nooses and used the same noose. So, boy, this went south in a fucking
In a heartbeat.
So I was just wondering, okay, what if they'd have just drowned him?
Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
Alexa, make a super fart.
Or, I mean, would people just be walking around with
Sorry, I couldn't understand.
necklaces
But I
with
may-
bottled water hanging off of their?
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Why do we hunt eggs on Easter? It's some kind of pagan shit.
I
Is
didn't
that what
quite
it is?
understand.
Christianity co-opted a lot of pagan holidays
Like Christmas
and rituals. Yes.
My understanding is, and tell me if I'm wrong, I had heard that if I don't remember what it was, but if something wouldn't have happened, that we would not be going off Jesus Christ, would be going off paganism.
Well, if he hadn't have been born, that would have probably been.
Well, I mean, the religion was. They said pagan was actually dominating.
You know
But
what?
then
If they'd have given out a free prize with every human sacrifice, maybe we would have, went with paganism. If they would have entered at the bar 15 into the promo code.
why is Alexa still on?
Fuck, I don't know. Alexa, shut the fuck off.
Okay, eggs have been considered a symbol of spring, new life, and fertility for many thousands of years.
Right. Paganism.
They also make a good symbol of the death and resurrection of Jesus.
How?
I don't know. I haven't got done with this article yet. I
Sorry,
just pulled it up.
I still.
Alexa, shut up. God, nosy bitch.
Okay,
Oh, she's
okay. We can
horrible.
blame Germany in the 17th century.
Is that what it is?
Yes, as a child, Queen Victoria enjoyed egg hunts put on by her German mother, and helped popularize the tradition in Great Britain.
I'll be damned.
So,
That
Of
egg
course.
loving bitch.
What's one thing I look back on when I was younger, and I honestly regret. For my mom loved Easter,
yeah.
and I gave two shits.
Yeah.
If I could go back and change that, I'd put a little more effort. Like every year on Easter, I go out and put an egg on her grave. So I try to do that.
That's nice.
Yeah, I know. It just kind of was kind of a downer for your topic, wasn't it? But still.
Kind
But
of.
you were talking about hanging Jesus, so
Well, if they're going to kill him, I'm just glad that they, people have a little
Jeez.
cross instead of like a little noose or a little water bottle. I mean, I'm glad they didn't
a
do
little
like,
water bottle.
well, if
drowning.
they'd have drowned him, I mean, at least they didn't skull fuck him to death. How'd that be awkward?
I'm out.
I'm out. Has Bob has Bob made you go out?
A little bit. A little too far. Man. Oh. You
Subject
go
change.
beyond controversial at that point. It just immediately.
It depends on which side you're talking to.
Yeah, exactly. The Muslims are like, not so bad, pretty funny. So are the Jews. They're like, hey, he's a funny guy, that Bob. Yeah.
Okay, so
We got the Westboro fucking Baptist Church out there picketing Bob's house.
the other day,
No shit.
Jason, the other day, your girls posted something on Facebook about missing an Easter basket as an adult, like they used to get as kids.
Oh, really?
And so,
Facebook.
yeah. So I sent them each a little box of Easter candy.
That's cool. Yeah. Yeah.
And the most amazing thing happened today that I wish I knew who this guy was or gal, whoever it was. But I got a message on Amazon that I've never got before. And it basically said, you have a message from your Amazon delivery driver.
Oh, wow.
I opened it up thinking, is this a scam? Because,
Yeah.
and it's like, I need an apartment number for this package.
Yeah. I forgot to give you an apartment.
And Jason to give me their addresses, but he didn't give me an apartment number. And I was like, hang on
I didn't know
just
they could do that.
and I was like, hang on just a minute. Let me see if I can get it. So I sent Jason a message. He didn't answer. So I sent a message to his other child, and she said, she gave me the apartment number. I messaged back to the Amazon driver, and he said, thanks, got it, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, now that's service.
That
right
is
there.
service right there. And
Yeah.
I can imagine if that would have been the United States Postal Service, it would have stayed in the truck. It would have went right back to the
Yeah.
even if they would have had 13 other things for the same people.
Yeah.
That they didn't put the apartment number on. We're just going to take it back. It'll be the lost mail for the next 15 years.
That's
whatever.
exactly how all of them do it. Amazon does put a little bit toward their
Yeah, I think
deliveries.
so.
They treat their drivers like shit. Actually, from what I understand, they treat all their employees like shit, but they get shit
Yeah.
done.
They burn through them. They believe that all employees are just replaceable, like there's an endless supply, and there damn near is.
Well,
Yeah,
it's supposedly the managers are told every quarter that they have to, during that quarter, fire like 10% of their staff
Yeah.
because they're constantly getting rid of the lowest performers in their staff in hopes of that bringing in new meat increases their overall.
Then what's the point of getting a fucking job there when you know you ain't gonna work there for very long?
Well, if you've got to stay, you got to stay
You
in
gotta
the top.
perform high.
Yeah,
yeah.
every single day.
So if you're like 80, don't go get a job there.
Right.
Yeah. I
If
gotta
you're
tell you.
80, don't go get a job anywhere. Enjoy your retirement.
Yeah,
I
no
mean,
shit,
if I'm,
yeah.
it's like, what's the point of going to, a low-paying job if it's just going to be stressful? Part of the reward of a low-paying job is there's no goddamn stress.
Yes.
Yeah, and usually some of the lowest paying jobs I've ever had some of the best perks.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you remember when we were making $6 an hour working for Leadership Square downtown?
Yep.
We had access to the roof and could go watch the fireworks shows and
shit,
shit from
yeah.
the roof level.
Yeah.
And Brian got an ice bag dropped in his car windshield.
And I got a ticket in Tacoma Park over that because I had my new windshield put in and I couldn't find a place to go get the new sticker put
Yeah.
on.
The safety inspection sticker?
Yes. So a cop pulls me over and he's like, I said, yes, I'm very aware of it. And I told him what happened.
Right.
And he said, okay, all right, well, you going down the road? And I said, okay. So I went down the road. I got less than half a mile and another cop pulled me over.
Jesus.
And I told him what was going on. He goes, yeah, sure. And I go, seriously, call him. Because I remember the cop's name. And he called him, come over there. Cop come walking up, said, oh, did he get you? I said, yeah. And he said, yeah, just write him a ticket.
Wow.
I was like, you dick. He goes, what'd you say? I said you're a dick.
You're already writing me a ticket. Go fuck
Yeah.
yourself.
I don't give a shit
What are you
now.
going to do? Write me another
Yeah,
one?
I got a ticket over that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was all just purely because some fucker thought it'd be funny to drop a bag of ice off the top of Leadership Square onto
19th
my
floor,
windshield.
attorney's office,
Yeah.
North Tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were having a patio party for 4th of July.
Wow.
Watch this. Hold
Yeah.
my beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jackasses. I'll never forget that. Everyone went, wham. And I'm like,
Something in McCaffrey.
Lampkin, McCaffrey, Tallwater.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Why do I
y'all had a lot
remember?
of fun down there.
Why do I remember stupid shit like all the names of the firms in that building?
See, I used to know them years back.
That
but
was 30
Jesus.
years ago.
Yeah. I don't remember them all now.
I mean,
Pump and dump, brother.
I mean, your oldest just turned 30 in February.
Yeah. No. She'll turn 30 in May. My birthday's in February.
Your birthday's in February.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
Glad we got that
Who did
figured
I
out.
send a present to?
Damn it.
I was talking to Chris today, and I was chatting with him a little bit, and because me and him have these little oddball conversations every once in a while. I was going to ask you guys. I mean, I listen to a lot of music, right? And do you ever know, music-wise, can you listen to a song and then just, it's like instantly that song comes on, it takes you back to a certain place in time.
Absolutely.
And you
Well,
can
yeah.
remember shit.
Yeah.
That, I mean, like mine didn't even have it wasn't like anything dramatic. It wasn't anything majorly rememberable.
No, that's, yeah.
I'll never forget when Silent Lucidity comes on by Queensryche.
Queensryche,
I
yeah.
immediately go to Big Mo's at the gas pumps in my Nova. Chris and Holly in the back, and me and Andy are sitting in the front. And I remembered the only thing I can remember, the reason why that I remember this moment so much is because I think when that song come on, we actually all got really quiet and we just sat there and listened to that song. And it was just kind of a weird moment, because everybody actually just
Right.
got,
Well,
just
yeah,
got quiet.
everyone does that. Sounds or smells or certain
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah, I just
bring
never,
back,
I never hear anybody ever say
take
that.
you back to it.
Yeah.
It's pretty common, man.
Yeah, but mine's like just weird moments.
Now
Not
Big
like
Mo's
moments
is
of
a
like,
daycare. I'm gonna see you parked there blasting Silent Lucidity. All these little kids crying inside. And they still have the sign that says 99-cent burritos.
Yeah, it's like you can't take that down.
I'm gonna go in there and bust in. By God, I want my 99-cent burrito.
That place was fun on lunch, man. Go there, play some pool, eat some
Hey,
99-cent burritos.
I remember when they built the place. I lived right down
Oh,
the street
really?
when I was a kid. Yeah.
Wow,
That fucking.
that's a damn daycare.
I know.
It was a daycare back then. You just didn't know it.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, basically at lunch. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had all kinds of fun there. But yeah, I just never heard anybody ever talk about stuff like that. And that just popped in my head. I was like, wow, man, I do that a lot with music. But my thing is, like, it's not anything, like I said, majorly memorable, like a moment of, like, you know, you got married or your friend got ran over by a car or something. There's, you know, there's usually something involved.
There's a song, and I can't tell you the title of it right now or who sings it, but I can tell you the first time I heard it, I was driving across Memphis from Talladega, Alabama. I went to the NASCAR race down there, and I was coming across Memphis. I was like, holy shit, that's a cool song, because and about 6 weeks later, it shows up on the radio in Oklahoma.
Wasn't Dead-Eyed Dick. Was it?
No. I'd have to.
Dick.
He loves that song. I ended up buying him the 45 for it.
Yeah.
I found it. She don't like meat, but she sure like the bone. Bow, bow, down.
Y'all need some help.
All right, so in the latest Ukraine news, they bombed a Russian warship,
Yeah, hit it with some Neptune missiles,
sunk it.
which Ukraine developed the Neptunes.
Really?
Good on them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That was a proud moment then.
you know, and this ship is well defended against missile attacks and couldn't stop them, man. And so it was still afloat, but it's badly damaged, and they evacuated the ship, but it did not sink it. It's my understanding.
See, I'd heard that it was sinking on the way back.
Might be sinking.
It could.
You know, it's been a couple of days since I heard.
Okay, Russian warship sinks in the Black Sea after Ukraine claims it was hit by a missile.
So it did finally sink.
Yeah, either that or they're just taking a picture of this poor bastard looking across the ocean and nothing's there.
Yeah. I'll be damned. Yeah, a couple of days ago it was still afloat.
You know, what's so sad about all this is, like, you know, they could be whooping their ass right now. I mean, holding their own, which they've done very well. But as long as, like everybody said, as long as everybody keeps buying fuel and doing everything from Russia, it's just they're gonna have an endless supply of weapons.
Yeah, but they're shitty weapons and they're not making them fast enough.
Yeah, apparently they're not. Yeah, you know, that could be a problem too. And also, I've heard they've had issues with bringing in food and water and fuel.
Yeah.
That's why they got stalled the first time.
I'll be damned. Sunken warship may have been carrying a piece of the True Cross, a treasured Christian relic. Why in the fuck would they
Why
have
would that be
on
on
there?
That's got to be some horse shit.
Yeah, that don't sound right to me.
That sounds stupid.
Moskva, yeah.
See, Bobby made all those comments a while ago, and now we're having to deal with more of it.
Oh, trust me, somebody will dive and find that damn thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
Hopefully they get to that before the radiation starts leaking out of the son of a bitch.
Yeah.
The relic in question is a fragment of wood just millimeters big, which, according to believers, is a piece of the cross of which Christ was crucified. That's so full of shit.
Right.
That fragment is embedded in a 19th century metal cross, which itself kept in a reliquary, per the outlet.
I don't know, dude, man. They found Christ in toast.
No, so these goddamn Russians, they're making up stories now. They're going, well, they sank our battleship, but it contained a historic relic of Christianity, and so
I don't know if they would admit that willingly, Bob, because then people are going to be like, it looks like God wasn't on your side. You had a piece of Jesus' cross, and it still sunk your shit.
Well, okay, I remember one time I was at a gas station, and you remember those people that used to put the front license plates on that said
God's my co-pilot.
right.
Yeah.
This son of a bitch had T-boned a telephone pole
Yeah.
straight on, and the whole front bumper was bent like a 90-degree angle V, and
Yeah.
it's got the V-shaped license plate in the front. Jesus is my co-pilot.
So this guy's driving down the road, sees a car in front of him a distance, and the car's weaving pretty heavy, and pretty soon the car goes off the road, hits a telephone pole. He catches up to it, jumps out, runs up to the car to see if they're all right, and it's a Catholic priest. And he's like, Father, are you okay? Are you okay? And the priest is drunk as shit. And he's like, yeah, I'm fine, son. You know, he's like, Christ is my co-pilot. And he said, well, you better let him ride with me, Father, because you're going to fucking kill him. So, yeah. Yeah, that old bit. That old chestnut.
Did y'all hear about
No.
I don't know when it happened, but I ran into it on a Joe Rogan short.
Oh, fucking hell.
Fuck me.
No, it's about Daniel Tosh.
What about him?
I don't know when this happened, but I listened to it and I was like, was this recent? Because I haven't had a chance to look it up. But apparently there was a show going on and he wasn't supposed to be a guest on there, Daniel Tosh, but somebody asked him to come up. So he kind of goes, "Hey, everybody, what's going on? Yeah, hey, I don't have any bits or anything. Hey, well, like, what would you like to talk about?" And some guy yells out, "Rape!" And he goes, "Rape?" He goes, "What's funny about rape? Holding them down, pulling their hair, ripping their clothes. I mean, what's so fun about that?" And a lady speaks out real loud. She goes, "There is nothing funny about rape." Well, you could tell by Daniel Tosh's tone that he was actually being a smartass to the guy already.
Yeah.
So that was a stupid thing to say. The minute she said that, he turned around and he goes, "Wouldn't it be funny if 5 guys raped her right now?" I was like, oh, shit.
No shit.
Yeah, he caught some hell over it.
Yeah, apparently
yeah.
he hit all the news outlets with that one.
Oh, wow.
The Guardian, the U.S. Magazine, the Atlantic, CNN.
Daniel Tosh pushes it hard.
He needed he needed the publicity. His 15 minutes are waning.
Yeah, but his show's good. You ever watch his show?
Oh yeah, I used to back in the fucking day when it was
still
fresh
funny
and
as
new.
shit.
Yeah.
He's still fun, but he pushes everything to the limit.
Oh yeah.
And he's always making the reference. I never can find out, is he gay or is he actually not gay?
He looks like he'd suck a dick.
Yeah, he kind of does. He's kind of got that look like he would.
Does that
I
make
gotta-
him gay?
I mean,
Or did he just
Well,
make...
hey, there's porn stars out there that do gay porn and they're not gay.
Was right.
They're
Well, wink, wink. Yeah.
if a man is fucking putting his penis in your asshole, good chance you're gay.
Yeah. That's
You can call it whatever you want. I don't care what the fuck you call it.
Yeah,
but
it's
there's
good
that-
money.
you're amenable to it. Yeah, Brian, it's good money, goddammit.
It's good money.
Who are you trying to convince, Brian? Us or you?
I'm not gay, but $20 is $20.
Yeah, it's like the old saying.
Fucking right in the pussy.
I'm not gay, but the guy that sucks my dick is. Yeah.
Exactly one of those things.
So fuck.
Yeah. So when did this happen, Bob? With Daniel Tosh, does it say?
2012.
Oh God, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, the video just popped up, and they're usually kind of recent. Wow, that was a long time ago. So he's doing all right then.
Goddamn, we're so far behind.
I
Did you
know,
hear
shit.
about Daniel?
No wonder nobody's heard of him for the last decade.
Yeah. You know the Lindenberg baby got kidnapped? Fuck.
Oh shit.
Okay, so I've got an addiction.
To what?
Smart plugs.
Oh, dude, those things are awesome.
I'm
Yeah.
hooking smart plugs to every damn thing.
Yeah.
I've got a smart plug that's in the griddle in my kitchen, so I can sit in my office and I can say, "Hey Alexa, turn on the griddle."
Yeah.
It just turned it on.
Probably. It did.
Burning down your house.
Your
By
house is
smart
on
plug.
fire.
Yeah.
So I can turn on the griddle from my office and wait 5 or 6 minutes, then come in and toss a burger on the griddle, and it's already hot, ready to go.
Yeah, there you go.
You see, I wanted one for my coffee pot, but my coffee pot, you hit the on button. It's not like you can leave the on button on.
I think
Right,
you
it
told
doesn't
us
have a
about it. You
switch.
got
It's
some
got a-
fucked up coffee
yeah.
pot.
Yeah, and so I've got a Casa smart plug. It's the only smart plug I have because I can't think of anything else I need a smart plug for.
No, I've got a smart plug on my electric blanket.
Right.
I'd be sitting at the bar having a beer, and I can turn on my phone, hit the button,
Well,
turn on.
you can set she that shall not be named over there, that listening bitch, to set a scheme at a certain time
Oh,
of
yeah.
night, or day or whatever.
Yeah.
And this one app I've got, it will actually listen, or it monitors the outside temperature.
Yeah.
So I've got smart plugs on my fans. So whenever the outside temperature drops below a certain degree, it'll turn on the
yeah.
fans.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, you are getting. I thought I was bad. As soon as I can figure out, whenever I get my own house, because my girls constantly leave the fucking light on in the bathroom,
Put a timer on it.
I'm going to put in a motion detect. If you're in there shitting and not moving, that's your problem.
As long as you got a mechanical switch and not a digital switch, you're fine.
Yeah.
And on the device you're controlling. I mean, it's something you can leave on and then just turn it on and off by, but shit. Yeah.
I know whenever the kids were growing up, they'd leave their closet lights on for weeks.
Yeah.
And,
Everyone does it at the house.
But I threatened for years, I'm just going to go get timers. I'll put a timer on the closet light. It's not going to stay on more than 15 minutes, no
I used
matter
to
what
take
they
the
do.
bulbs out of the bathroom. They'd go ahead and go use the bathroom in the dark. And I got in trouble for that one.
I wouldn't have.
Yeah, because I got tired of it. But what kills me is the fact that it's like, is it just men are the only one that gives a shit about the electricity bill?
And
Yes.
Thermostats. Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's like the old Family Guy episode. Someone turned on the thermostat. The neighbors came over to Peter. Someone turn off your thermostat.
Right.
Yeah,
No
someone
shit.
did. Yeah, it's like I bitch, and then everybody gets mad at me because I
Yeah.
complain about the fucking electricity.
Yeah, you know, I've lightened up off that. Like I said, I leave my outside lights on 24/7 for years.
Are they LEDs?
But they're LEDs.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
just-
they're not doing anything.
they
What,
sip
16 cents a
power.
year, maybe
Yeah.
$1 a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. No shit.
So, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing that I want to get next is one of those whole house fans
Yeah.
where you put it in your hallway or something, and then you open up a door and you hit that switch, and it's like a wind tunnel.
Oh, an attic fan.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's
See,
what we call them, but it's
Yeah.
pretty much it, an attic fan.
well,
but if it's
you have to-
ducted,
you have to call it a whole house fan these days because now they're calling the power vents that are on your roof attic fans.
right.
Oh,
So
Jesus.
you have to
get their
you-
shit
yeah.
straight.
So you have to disseminate between the two.
No.
So yeah, the whole house fan. And I was actually thinking about getting a smaller one just for my bedroom.
Suck in all the allergies you could handle.
Yeah. All the dust and debris that you can take.
I never have any problem with allergies or dust and debris, hay fever, nothing
Nothing
like that's
bothers
ever,
you.
ever, ever.
Man, it does me,
So,
man.
and I like the fresh air coming in.
Me and Brian can go linger by your front door and bust ass. It'll be there momentito.
Okay, so I was reading this one site about this whole house fan, and you know, one of the only thing that I really worried about, not the pollen or anything like that, is the dust.
Yeah.
And they're saying this thing sucks so hard that the dust just comes in and goes right out. It doesn't linger. I'm like, well, at some point in time, you're going to cut the son of a bitch off, and at that point in time, whatever dust that it sucked in that's still in the room.
It's this big column of dust
Yeah.
just falls.
So I didn't buy that selling point.
Yeah. Well, you know, back in the day, they were very common to have in a house,
Yeah.
you know, before air conditioning, and they're nice to have.
That old
you know?
house I had, I loved it.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
that's
there for a
nice.
couple of years, I was trying to design a scheme to integrate with my central air unit,
Right.
so that I could have an outside vent that would pull outside air into the system. And I figured it out. I'd probably have to have that thing for 30 years
To pay for itself.
to pay for itself to offset the amount of electricity that I use just from running the air conditioner.
Hey, I got a question for you, Jason, since you know all this stuff. What is, I noticed there's been a big increase with people buying mini splits.
Okay, because they're easy. They're easy to install in hard to cool areas that traditionally need duct or things like that. You know, or that that can't use traditional duct, things like that. That's what makes it easy. You don't have any duct work. You just have a head unit.
Are they any more energy efficient than your normal air conditioner?
No, not more so than any other similarly efficient unit. It's not that. It's ease of use.
Yeah, easy.
But-
ease of installation.
Each of those head units that's in a room has its own thermostat.
Yes.
So if you've got rooms that aren't being used, you can turn those units off.
Right.
So you're only cooling the actual parts of the house that you're in.
Like you
Well, that
get
makes
like you
sense.
get a 4-head unit or something
Yeah.
like that. So yeah.
Yeah,
And
see, because Novotny did that. He,
They
he
operate
put two in his place.
independently. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
They're not very expensive.
they're
compared to
not
others.
too bad. You can get them online now. You can get
The
them
Mr.
shipped
Cool
in
for
and-
like
yeah.
2,000 or 3,000.
Yeah, I think I'd go with the Mitsubishis versus the Mr. Cools.
Would you? Yeah. Well, Mitsubishi, I think they were one of the first ones to put them out.
I remember when Panasonic was the first one to put them out.
Oh, Panasonic.
Way back in the day when I was an apprentice. We're talking, almost 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Mr. Slim, it was called.
Really?
Mr. Slim. And I remember the first one I ever saw that we installed on a sunroom in a restaurant. And I went, God damn, what an age we live in. So, yeah.
You said that then, and now look now.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, no shit. Now, and his, I think his heats also. I guess you can get
Yeah,
them
you
with
can get
both.
it with strip heat.
Yeah,
in
he's got it
yeah.
and all that. And he says he loves it. Makes
Yeah.
a huge difference.
but they also make those units so that you don't mount them on the wall at the edge of the room. They've actually got a
A head that'll mount on the ceiling.
ceiling mount little.
Oh, they got a head mount now. 'Cause I know these are the ones on the side of the wall.
Looks kind of like a standard vent that you've got.
Huh, I'll be damned. Didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, they're very versatile.
Yeah, so I wonder if that's eventually just going to, will that end up being the main thing it'll always be, and the other
No, it'll
traditional
never
heating and air will go away?
it'll never replace duct just because of hardware expense. If you have 5-6 rooms on a house you want to fucking cool, it's going to get expensive. Multi-head units get a lot more expensive.
Yeah.
So it's not going to replace it. It's cheaper to do a traditional split system air conditioning unit, or in some cases a package unit with duct.
Alexa, turn off griddle.
I can smell it. No shit. Yeah. And so yeah, I mean, it's where it shines is the ability to be able to heat and cool equipment difficult areas.
Yeah.
Where you like
That makes sense,
a
yeah.
sunroom. What are you gonna do? Run a fucking big old duct through your fucking glass
Yeah.
sunroom? So
Yeah.
yeah, the mini splits really, that's where they excel.
Interesting. Okay, cool. That's good to know. Man, there was something else I was going to ask you.
Well, before you're thinking about that,
Yeah, go ahead.
OU softball team, 36-0.
Wow.
Really?
NCAA record. No team
Still
up at
at
this point.
it.
And they're playing right now, and I don't know what the score is. It's kind of bumming me
Girls
out.
are getting it.
Well, someone needs to take them down a notch. That's amazing, 36-0.
Yeah, no shit.
It'd be even more amazing when I gave a fuck about softball.
Well, this is the hardest thing about playing softball is telling your parents you're a
gay.
lesbian.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you ever cared about any sports?
Nah, I'm not.
I never have either, really.
I never get overly excited about fucking sports.
What's the closest thing for you?
I like a little bit of college football, not much.
Yeah.
I don't have many dogs in that fucking fight anymore.
I never got into hockey. I know a lot of people get into hockey. I definitely I was shocked when I found out Chris loves NASCAR.
I enjoy a little boxing every now and then, not the MMA shit and all that stuff, which is all right too. But I used to enjoy a little bit of boxing, but now I don't. I could give a shit either way about any of it.
I used to. I was going to try to play it, but I'm not going to worry about it. It cracks me up. Family's Guy. Have you seen the one where Peter's sitting in the stands? He's at the NASCAR.
No.
He's like, go on a circle.
No
Go in
shit.
a circle. Advertise stuff.
No
Go
shit.
in a circle.
You made a lot of Family Guy references tonight, Brian.
Dude, I love that show.
I know.
It doesn't get any better.
Bob, did we lose you at some point? Where are you at?
No, I was just checking on the score of tonight's game.
Oh,
Yeah, we kind of got off to a
he's
different
like,
area, didn't we?
36-1.
Yeah.
No.
Jinxed them.
No, actually, I missed update from yesterday, so they're now 37-0, and they're still up. They're up right now 4-1 in the fifth.
Wow.
Sorry if I sent that a spoiler to anybody that maybe wanted to watch the game later. I apologize.
I never understand why people do that. They'll record a game and then they make everybody shut up around them all fucking day so they can watch a game that all they got to do is look it up and know if they won or lost.
I know, but they want to watch the game and the excitement of seeing, maybe it's a close game or something like that. But somehow I think we've got better chances of hitting the lottery than pissing one of our many viewers or listeners off. And Jesus, Brian.
I'm sorry, I got to play it.
Of course I would. I love cheering people on. Like when I go to NASCAR. Go in a circle. Go in a circle. Go in a circle. Advertise stuff. Advertise stuff. Go in a circle.
It just makes me laugh.
We know, Brian.
Left turn.
Oh,
Left
shit.
turn.
Oh, shit.
Right?
Yeah. There is no show that's better than that one.
Oh, no. The writing is exceptional.
Yeah,
I'll give it that.
definitely. Yes.
And they're just absolutely irreverent.
Right.
Now you've been watching a lot more of them lately, right? Trying
now,
to.
Now and then, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, okay, so, Facebook has got these reels,
reels now. Yeah.
which is little short tidbits, and Family Guy pops up quite a bit on those. So I don't know exactly how much I've watched, but I've seen a lot of bits.
I've been Facebook free for, it won't be too long. It'll be a year.
I had been since 2017 and just recently got back on there because of the business, and that's been it.
Yeah. And I don't miss it.
Dude, you don't. Isn't that crazy? Now, let me ask you this. When you finally shut it off, did you get this odd feeling of relief? Or were you pissing?
No, I just didn't care.
Nah, I just felt this odd, like this thing just fell off my shoulders.
I was
and
at
I was
that
like, yay.
point. I still, I like it's not like I'm sitting here trying to be a purist about it. I don't do any kind of social media. I like watching, TikTok videos sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes there's some funny ones. Hell, I'll send you guys stuff like that occasionally. Yes. But if there's any part of Facebook that I gave a shit about, is Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, no, I go there and look around.
Yeah, that's about it.
Now, Bob, you're on there. You check Facebook. You get on there. Is it still just as bad as it was back in the day about all the political shit and everybody's bullshit? Has that calmed down?
No, because I got rid of all those people.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, so those are all gone. Okay.
Yeah, I told them what crazy sons of bitches they were, and I had no use for them, and they'd left.
Oh, there you go.
Or at least they blocked me.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So it kind of turned in. You kind of just weeded out. Right?
Absolutely.
So everybody's kind of done that. Wherever. Okay. Yeah. Because I like I said I belong to a couple of groups on there about 80s music that I'll read on stuff and
masturbate.
and then and masturbate and then and then I'll do the marketplace, and then masturbate, and then the business. Now that I don't do that.
You don't masturbate to the business?
No, I don't
You
masturbate.
sick fuck.
No, don't do that.
What kind of man doesn't masturbate to his own
You
business?
can't have a business worth masturbating to. I don't know what's
Why even have the fucking
right.
business? You know?
Y'all are a mess.
Looking at your own logo, fucking stroking it. Yeah. Yeah. What is the name of your business?
I'm not gonna say.
Oh, fine. Because you know it's going to, well, there you go. You didn't pay the advertising fee anyway, so fuck you.
Well, we're not gonna say it on the air.
You're never going to say it on the air.
No.
You don't want our listeners to hear it.
No.
You don't want to. You don't want to illegitimize your wife's business by mentioning it on the air.
No, I do not.
You know what? He's not even proud of his own work, ladies.
I
and gentlemen.
love my work, but I've been told, please don't.
She don't want us to mention the name. That's
She'll
fucking
get random
great.
calls needing a jizz mopper.
Right?
That
I heard about your business on the
I've got an adult
at the bar
theater.
podcast.
I've got an adult theater out the back of this sheet metal building.
I know they were just joking about topless and all, but would you do topless?
Shit.
That's the call she'd get from you
Yeah,
know.
she would, and she'd be very mad.
Okay,
Oh,
so who are we going to be?
fuck.
Who are we
Get a
gonna-
sense of goddamn humor, Annie. Come on, let us mention your name.
She's got it.
Who are-
No,
we're
she
just
don't want to do it.
We're
I
not
told
going
her
to
I
mention.
wouldn't.
We're not going to mention.
So
the
We
who,
love you.
who are we going to pay to make that call?
no shit. To slip the name. Oh my
Just
god.
to do that to her one time and record it. Hey, how's it going?
I understand you do house cleaning.
Why, yes, I do.
Is that what she sounds like? That's not what she sounds like. No, but yeah, you could I offer like an extra premium or something if you do topless,
Do you change sheets?
right?
No.
Do you sniff them before you change them?
Do I have to be gone for you to come clean my house? Do I have to be clothed?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, she always gets mad at me when I do her voice to her. She says, I do not sound like that. You make me sound like some redneck piece of shit, some white trash woman. I said, oh, it's just funny. She goes, I sound nothing like that. And I'm like, I know.
We should totally call her up with something stupid.
Oh, dude, she gets me so bad, though.
You paint your toenails before you come clean,
Hey, do you do that?
right? So what rooms of the house do you do? She's telling all this. You clean them real good,
Real good.
Real good.
Get that dirty.
What do you think about basements?
right?
Dungeons?
Yeah.
It's all right. She gets me back all the time with shit. Like if I found something exciting that's happened, she knows me how I am. Well, I'll naturally call my dad and just tell him, hey, guess what? But she'll be like, oh, I got to call daddy. I'm like, shut up. Quit being a dick. So
I got this pit that's in my basement, and there's lotion all over it where it didn't get it on its skin. It just got it everywhere else.
But see, that's how I get by with a lot of shit in my house, is because when she'll like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And she'll get kind of irritated. And I'll say, you know, Jason and Bob, right? Yeah. And she goes,
Yeah.
you're not going to keep blaming them for this shit.
Fuck it, man.
Hey, it's my way out.
It's called the fucking world. Get on board with it. It's how it is.
I know, but she's wondering, what world do y'all live in? Well, it's like I tell people all the time, up here in my head, there's a circus up there, and it's always having fun. There's something going on up there.
It's always having fun. Right. There's cotton candy coming out your ears and shit. Someone's up there playing ring toss.
And nobody's charging an admission.
Right.
It's always free.
Guessing people's age and weight in your head. 35, 210. Yeah, shit. Well, shit. We've pretty much ran the gamut of everything.
I've got one more question because we was talking about Family Guy. Do you ever watch Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
God, I love that show.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen it.
You've got to watch Rick and Morty.
God, he's such an acidic asshole. I love
Yo,
him.
he is so bad.
No, and the writing is very good.
Oh, very man. It's some of that writing is like really like. I guess one of the people's favorite episode is when they watched Universe Cable.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like I was about to mention that, like on the Alien, how it's made. The
Yeah.
plumbus first, they prepare the plumbus by all this other shit. Yeah,
It's all serious, and then they had that one where the world was nothing but everybody's face looked like a butt,
yeah.
and then all that weird shit. That was a great episode.
Like the one of the show, Personal Space. Don't get into my personal space. It's just fucking stupid.
And the door guy. We got doors. We got doors here. Hey, I got more doors.
This is great, man. It's good writing.
You know, I honestly think that if we ever had a chance to write something like that, I think that we could probably write a good show.
Why the fuck aren't we doing it now on
we
this
gotta-
podcast for the last year?
Can you draw anything?
Right? I can't draw for shit.
You know, we should sit down and try to write an episode for Family Guy and see if they'll take it.
Shit. They'd tell us to go fuck ourselves.
Do you think we could find like a Ukrainian refugee that knows how to draw?
Right? If you poke them with a sharp stick enough, they will.
Is it okay if it's male, Bob? That's what I thought.
If they want that thin borscht that we've prepared for them, they'll draw. Please, I'm so hungry. Yeah, draw. But I'm missing fingers on each hand. Draw.
Shame. Shame.
We deserve that
You
one.
tried to do the fart one
Shame.
earlier and you missed it.
Did I really?
Yeah, you. God, that's brutal sounding.
No.
So nasty.
I love how it just comes in out of nowhere.
Right?
What's so funny about it. Yeah, we're fixing to wrap up. What's funny about it is you always laugh because it gets you like a little kid. You're over there giggling.
Right.
Bob always tends to, like, it surprises him. He stops talking. He looks around for a second, then he goes back to talking.
He's trying to determine, was that me?
No.
Was that my dog? Was that real? Am I going to have to get up and run? Oh, shit.
Oh, all right. Well, that's it for today.
We've come to another conclusion for
just
another Friday.
Another Friday of just weird, wacky,
Just
fucked up
random
shit.
bullshit, man. That's
Hey,
what we
we're
do.
good at that.
Yeah, that's kind of our
All right.
strength.
So if you guys find yourself after teabagging a coloring cup with
The Paws
pastel
Easter egg kit.
and in a field on your back Easter morning, I hope you have a good one.
You use the little wire holder to lower your nut into the die.
And to all the Christians that were offended tonight, I would like to apologize
brutal.
on Bob's behalf.
Oh my gosh.
Because I know Bob ain't going to apologize. That's just Bob. But I will apologize for him.
All right.
All right, everyone. Happy
All right.
Friday and have a happy Easter.
All right, later.
Get fucked.
Thanks for stopping by for a drink. I hope you enjoyed hanging out. Next time, invite some friends. Like and subscribe so you won't miss out the next time we are at the bar.